Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel all about product marketing and how to break into the role and ace your product marketing interviews. Today I'm answering one of the most common questions I see all over LinkedIn, my DMs, and on Reddit, and that is, are product marketing certifications worth it? As someone who holds a Product Marketing Alliance core certification and multiple pragmatic marketing certifications, and I worked with clients trying to break into the role, including one entry-level grad who had no prior experience, I'm here to give you the unfiltered truth about whether these actually do move the needle in moving you forward as a candidate. I'll compare Product Marketing Alliance, I'll call it PMA, versus pragmatic side by side, and reveal whether the certifications help or when they don't matter at all, and share what hiring managers like me are really looking for in 2025. Okay, let's dive in. So before we compare the specific programs that we're talking about today, I just want to talk about what's happening with product marketing certifications more broadly in the market. So 5 years ago, product marketing certifications were really rare. Most product marketers came from other marketing disciplines or from product management and learned on the job. Fast forward to 2025 and certifications have exploded in popularity. According to recent data, about 40% of product marketing job postings do list certifications as preferred for a candidate filling their roles, though increasingly less than 5% list them as required. And that's a distinction we'll come back to later. I really believe that the rise in certifications is the really result of the evolution of product marketing itself. And as the discipline has become more and more defined and strategic, there's a push to standardize the knowledge base and skill set. But here's where it gets nuanced. In my experience launching products that have generated millions in revenue, I can tell you that practical experience still trumps theoretical knowledge anytime. When I led a product launch that generated 60 meetings and an 800% increase in new customers, it wasn't because I had memorized a framework. It was because I understood the market deeply and could translate the product value into language that resonated with our customers. That said, certifications can certainly help you to build the foundational knowledge and speak the language or the lingo of product marketing, because it can seem like Greek to people not in our industry. There's particular valuable you're coming from an adjacent field like sales, content marketing, or customer success. Now let's look at the two major players and compare them. So product marketing core certifications, let's talk about that a little bit more in detail. So the Product Marketing Alliance core certification has become increasingly popular, especially among tech companies. Let me break down what you get and what makes it unique. So the program structure consists of around 11 to 12 modules covering everything from market research and competitive analysis to messaging, positioning, and go-to-market strategy. The content primarily is video-based with downloadable templates and quizzes. The time investment you're going to spend is approximately 25 to 30 hours to complete the full certification. If you're doing this online or on demand, this can be done over several months. It just depends on your time, right? Most people take about 4 to 6 weeks to finish it. As of 2025, the Product Marketing Alliance core certification costs about $12.99. Some of the strengths where I feel like Product Marketing Alliance really shines is its practical templates that PMMs can immediately apply. However, I will say a lot of these templates are available online or for free, so you don't necessarily need to get certified in order to access them. Another advantage of Product Marketing Alliance is the community. Your certification includes access to the Slack community, which has over 30,000 product marketers. So it's a great way to network, and this network alone is kind of worth the price for admission for a lot of job seekers. The biggest limitation I found with Product Marketing Alliance is that it sometimes prioritizes breadth over depth. Some modules feel really surface level if you're already familiar with marketing concepts. And I attended a one-day certification for this in person, and I felt like the agenda was so jam-packed. We couldn't really get into like practical examples of product marketing launches, for example. Anyone can tell you in product marketing that launches are rarely played out the way that you could get through certain organizations like Product Marketing Alliance teach you. I don't know about you, but as someone who is looking to break into product marketing from sales, I wanted to understand the real life views, the real life projects of product marketers, not just theory. Another thing to note is that while it's great for tech, the examples can feel less relevant if you're targeting more traditional industries like manufacturing, healthcare, or financial services. Finally, the certification exam was relatively straightforward and pretty easy in my opinion. This is good for passing the exam, but it means that the certification alone doesn't really signal mastery to your employers who are familiar with this program. In my experience hiring PMMs, I viewed product marketing certifications as a positive signal that the candidate was serious about product marketing and proactive, but I always dug a bit deeper in the actual interviews themselves to assess their real skill level. Okay, let's move on to product marketing certification's pragmatic marketing. So pragmatic marketing's product marketing foundation certification, which has been around longer, takes a slightly different approach. So the program structure is based on their famous framework that covers the entire product lifecycle. The product marketing foundation certification focuses specifically on understanding markets, buying processes, and go-to-market execution. Unlike Product Marketing Alliance's self-paced format, Pragmatic traditionally offers live instructor-led courses, though they do have virtual options on demand as well. The training is typically delivered in intensive 1 to 2 day sessions. Now, in terms of time investment, the intensive format means that you'll typically dedicate 8 to 16 hours over 1 to 2 days, plus preparation time. It's more concentrated than Product Marketing Alliance's approach. In terms of cost, Pragmatic certification is in the same range as Product Marketing Alliance in terms of pricing, right around $12.95 for the foundation level as of 2025. I think there are a couple core strengths to the Pragmatic certifications, and I think one of their biggest strengths is that it's an industry reputation thing. They've been around for longer and it's widely recognized, especially with larger enterprise companies. When I put Pragmatic Marketing Certified on my resume, I definitely noticed more recognition from more senior hiring managers. Or I've even heard some CEOs recommending all their product-focused employees to have a Pragmatic certification. That's becoming more and more popular. The Pragmatic framework is comprehensive and gives you a common language that many product and marketing teams already use. This can be particularly helpful in interviews when you're discussing how to approach product marketing challenges. Their training is also more interactive because of the live format. The instructors are typically industry veterans with extensive real-world expertise, which leads to valuable discussions and networking. I think the biggest downside to Pragmatic is that the intensive format can be harder to absorb, particularly if you're brand new or aspiring to be in product marketing. When I took it, I found the content was very straightforward, but I will say someone with less experience or no experience at all might need to jot down more notes and review some of the language and lingo of the core framework to fully grasp the content. Another limitation that Pragmatic has is that it takes more of a traditional approach to product marketing. While this is great for established industries, sometimes it feels less applicable to rapidly evolving products like AI or highly disruptive startups. In my hiring experience, I will say that candidates with Pragmatic certifications often had a solid framework for approaching product marketing problems, but sometimes needed help applying these concepts to more agile, fast-moving environments. Okay, so I'm gonna really break it down and talk about a direct comparison of when to choose which certification based on where you're at. So let's talk a little bit more about the key factors to help you decide which one is right for you if you want to make that investment. So the first core area I want to talk about is industry recognition. So again, Pragmatic has a broader reputation across industries and has been the gold standard for years. Product Marketing Alliance has been growing in recognition, especially in tech and SaaS companies. So the winner really depends on your target industry. If you're in tech, maybe you want to go with Product Marketing Alliance. If you're in more established, kind of more maybe even physical products, maybe Pragmatic is better for you. Next is the content relevance. So Product Marketing Alliance offers more current examples and case studies, especially for like digital products. Pragmatic provides time-tested frameworks applicable across product types. PMA wins for tech and digital, Pragmatic for more traditional industries, as I said. Next area is learning format, which is really personal to everybody, right? So Product Marketing Alliance is self-paced with video content and live 1 or 2 day sessions for usually a larger group. Pragmatic offers intensive interactive live learning in small groups. So the winner depends on your learning style. I personally preferred pragmatics, smaller groups, just to learn a little bit more, feel more comfortable in that more intimate environment. Next is community and network. So Product Marketing Alliance has a larger, more online community. Pragmatic offers better in-person networking during training. Product Marketing Alliance wins for ongoing community engagement. Lastly is career impact. So for breaking into product marketing, both help, but I believe that Product Marketing Alliance's templates and community are a more cost-effective approach. For advancing an existing product marketing career, I think Pragmatic often carries more weight with senior leadership. So here's the real truth about certifications and hiring. So you might be asking, even at the end of this video, like, do these certifications actually help you get hired? Having been on both sides of the hiring table and coaching my clients into product marketing roles, I can tell you the unvarnished truth, and that is certifications are helpful, but they're far from the most important factor in hiring decisions. Here's how hiring managers typically view certifications. For career switchers, I think certifications can show commitment and basic knowledge. When I was hiring and saw someone transitioning from sales or content marketing who had taken the initiative to get certified, it signaled that they were serious about product marketing. For experienced product marketers, I think certifications matter much less than your actual work experience. I've never chosen a candidate primarily because they had certifications if they were already doing product marketing work directly. As a tiebreaker between two otherwise equal candidates, the certified one might get a slight edge. Here's what matters more though than certifications based on my experience hiring product marketers and launching successful products. Your portfolio of work. This is so crucial. Actual examples of your messaging that you've created, launch plans that you've executed, or competitive analysis that you've conducted will far outweigh any kind of certification or theoretical work that you've done. Even if these are projects that you specifically created for your job search that you didn't have like from an actual employer, they demonstrate your practical ability. Next is results and impact, and I talk about this a lot on my channel. When I launched that product that generated 1.8 million in 7 months, no hiring manager cared about my certifications. They wanted to know exactly how I achieved those results. Next is strategic thinking. So your ability to analyze a market, identify opportunities, and develop positioning that actually resonates is something certifications can't really guarantee. They can teach you, but you have to actually apply it. Cross-functional collaboration. Product marketing requires working effectively with sales, product design, leadership, you name it. This skill is really important and is really demonstrated through practical on-the-job experience. Now, I've coached people without any certifications who have landed product marketing roles by demonstrating their impressive portfolio pieces. And let's talk about the elephant in the room, interviewing well. Certifications are great tools to, again, give you the language and common frameworks in product marketing. However, they don't teach you how to extract your unique experience, whether it's a previous PMM role or something your experience in another role completely different, like sales, content marketing, or even management consulting, and translating it into core competencies in product marketing. So product marketing interviews are notoriously difficult. So investing in someone who can interview coach you, teach you how to strategically speak about your experience in a way that's going to land with the hiring manager is far more worth it, in my opinion, to really accelerate the time between a potential layoff, for example, and landing your next PMM role. So here's my practical advice based off of common scenarios if you're currently employed. So if you're currently employed and you're completely new to product marketing, start with Product Marketing Alliance for the fundamentals and the community. They have a lot of free resources as well. If you have marketing experience but you're not in product marketing, either certifications can work, but focus even more on creating examples of your work that shows that you can apply these concepts. If you're already in product marketing, Pragmatic might give you more of an edge because it has advanced frameworks to level you up, but your results will speak louder from your actual experience than the certification again. Now, if you're looking for a role right now, I'd actually recommend that you skip certifications if you're unemployed, and again, work with a product marketing interview coach that can provide you guidance for your unique experiences and how to craft a winning portfolio even without direct product marketing experience. Now, remember, Remember, I've seen people get hired without certifications. I've seen people get hired with certifications. I've seen people struggle with certifications to land roles. So the certifications are just one tool in your toolkit. So the $1 million question, I feel like I've kind of gone all over the place in this video, is are product marketing certifications worth it in 2025? My honest answer, and I know it might not be your favorite, but it really depends on your specific situation, but they're rarely a decisive factor in landing the role. If you're transitioning from another field and are currently employed, certifications can absolutely accelerate your learning and give you confidence in your interviews. The frameworks, templates, and community can be valuable as you make that switch. But if you're on a tight budget, and maybe you were laid off and it's been a long time. I'm hearing so many people in the job market being laid off and then not landing their next role for years. I really, really advise you to save your money and put it elsewhere, like working with a career coach or an interview coach to position your existing experience or create an impressive portfolio that demonstrate your skills. So whatever you decide about certifications, remember that product marketing is ultimately about understanding customers deeply and translating product value into compelling messaging. So focus on developing and demonstrating these core competencies, whether through a certification or practical hands-on experience, which I do think is more compelling. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more product marketing tips and career advice. And if you're looking for one-on-one product marketing interview coaching, check out the description in this video to learn more about my program. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.